We have another fighter coming out representing Frontline Academy Norway.
Stian Aarvik.
Stian Aarvik. They've had such a great evening so far. I've broken
Double
the headphones
A's.
again.
It's going to be great. Again, another frontline fighter from Norway in the 66 kilo, 145 pound featherweight division. Probably one of our favorites to do.
Well, they're undefeated tonight so far, Steve, so can they continue their undefeated run and put it together again? Stian Aarvik in the 66 kilogram division. It's one of my favorite weight classes. Get the nice mix of a little bit of power there, but also the lighter weight guys could tend to be able to keep going and keep going and keep going and have absolutely brilliant cardio. And that's why these lighter weights are so much fun to watch. And often the smaller guys in the gym, they're stuck with the bigger training partners. So they have to be super technical to have any success. And then when they fight another guy their weight, all that technique, mixed with power, athleticism comes together. We have these really exciting fights. So Stian Aarvik versus Jordan Cox. I was saying, Steve, it's Norway versus Shropshire, which is a bit of a classic grudge match. They've never got on. I don't know, I'm making this up. But I think they've never got on. They dislike each other immensely.
Well, those classic grudge matches, they always yield something absolutely amazing. And it's just, yeah, it'll be really interesting to see how the Frontline Academy fighters match up against SPG.
I know that Jordan Cox is a very game fighter. We've seen him a little bit here on Battle Arena before. Puts it all together, very well rounded. Has a good broad skill set. And SPG's become a bit of a legend, Steve. The straight blast gym. Conor McGregor really put them on the map. I don't know, a lot of Europe's best fighters have come over and trained at some of the various different SPG locations to get that training in. And they're really well respected in the martial arts community.
One of the things I love about SPG is that it's the whole motto is one tribe, one vibe. They've got a really concise approach to BJJ and grappling, but also one for MMA. And they have a series of coaches, well, a network of coaches really worldwide that are trying their best to develop and drive MMA forward. So SBG Shropshire's standout, Jordan Cox, coming in for his attempt to make it great in the featherweight division. We have had some greatness from this team in that division before. You can't say his name 3 times or he'll appear. So.
Oh, I knew that. Now doing corner duties, we have Vatsayev, who did so well earlier, which is close, showed clinical grappling. He's now gone from fighting to being in the corner of Stian Aarvik. Stian Aarvik is now in the corner of, I don't know what I'm saying, buddy. I've just lost all my words. It's going well.
67.7 kilograms. Representing Frontline Academy, Norway, make some noise for Stian Aarvik.
To thunderous applause.
Yeah, he's the Norwegian.
The poor Norwegian fighter all here by himself.
In the blue corner, weighing 67.2 kilograms, representing SPG Shropshire, Jordan Cox.
We have Stian Aarvik in the black shorts, Jordan Cox in the grey. This in the front line, guys, has some clinical grappling this evening. Will Stian Aarvik live up to his teammates? Jordan Cox.
Oh, there they touch the middle. Jordan Cox coming out in the middle. We've seen Jordan Cox before. Excellent leg kicks, excellent striking, and look, very calm in there. Aarvik trying to get the jab up through the middle, a very long, rangy fighter.
Oh, nice calf kick from Aarvik. And a teep. Oh, power of Cox. There could be a power difference here, Steve. Oh, a trip from Aarvik.
Nice trip. Just kind of tripped there. Now he's in on the legs. Aarvik's ankle is trapped behind him there, so it's making it hard for him to get up on that, make any sort of defense. Aarvik's going to have to turn away if he wants to stand up and move. Give up his back.
Really good work by Stian Aarvik to be able to get back to his feet there, but muscled back down by Jordan Cox. Cox is being so physical. Aarvik briefly looking for a Kimura trap there, but he's back trying to dig an underhook and a whizzer to try and stop the takedown. Corners.
And you see he's having to turn around here, and he just doesn't have the strength in that whizzer there. There was the opportunity for Aarvik to get his shoulder on top of Cox's.
And it's one of those things, sometimes on the ground, the strength difference isn't such a big factor, but in these wrestling exchanges...
Standing up it is.
Yeah.
Right now it is.
Right now it's a huge factor. You know,
The Cox is driving his hips in, but again, the range and longness of Aarvik is allowing him to keep his foot on the floor and just stifle those takedown attempts.
Yeah, and Cox is putting a lot of energy into this. Well, both fighters are putting a lot of energy into this. You can see cardio become a bigger factor. Oh, beautiful. Aarvik reverses the position, but it's just not strong enough to hold him there. Oh, Cox trying to force the takedown now. Cox being so aggressive, but Aarvik being very composed and patient in defending these takedowns. Digging for position, trying to get the head position. It's like you said many times, Steve, that head position is so important. You're just in a stronger physical position. You've got frames, got to stop the takedown. The balance of Aarvik, though, is really making this a difficult takedown to finish for Cox.
He's been pursuing this for over a minute now.
Yeah.
And it's an exhausting position any day of the week. You want to be able to explode out of this and try to strengthen. Look, he stands right back up. He's on that foot the whole time.
And Cox is just burning out so much energy as well, trying to finish this.
Aarvik's doing everything right. Look, just fishing for underhooks, getting a frame on the head, pushing the head down, driving the head away. Just amazing strength here from Aarvik. 20 seconds, so it's been 30 seconds since I said it was a minute. So he's going to spend about 2 minutes here unless he can get a takedown. Look, his head is too low now. He's almost looking at me right now. It's hard for him to finish. Oh, power underhook. You deserve to get taken down now.
Steve's least favorite wrestling position, but it did work pretty well.
It's a good way of pulling him up, but now you see his head's on the outside there. That's the perfect time to go for chest pressure and just take him away.
Yeah.
But look, we see a bit of a breath. He's like, you know, and it's one thing to try your biggest move, but he was on his legs the entire time there, not able to take him down.
Yeah.
What does that say to the judges? Right? There's very little of anything right there.
He did briefly hit the floor and then get back up, so I would assume in the judges' eyes they were probably going to give that round to Cox, but yeah, like you say, Steve, it's a fairly uneventful round with Cox attacking, Aarvik defending everything, and not a lot happening in between. Sometimes that's the most exhausting exchange. You know, one guy holding the other guy up against the cage, them defending, and it looks like not a lot is happening, but they're both using like full force to kind of neutralize each other, and you will see the gas tank be a big factor. And that could be the big factor in the next round of this fight. Has Cox blown his gas tank?
100%. That'll be the difference, won't it? It'll be who has more left right now.
Yeah.
And Cox was really pushing in and lifting the legs, but Aarvik was just sitting back. And he's a tall, rangy fighter, very difficult to deal with, hugely difficult to deal with. So, how does it go? Who's going to have more right now? His leg kick, that might be more of what Cox should be doing. Chopping at the legs, throwing the kicks in. Ooh, lovely teep there from Aarvik. I like how Aarvik's trying to get him with feints. He's feinting with the head, trying to get Cox to bite on it. And then he's looking for that right hand. Switches up both in southpaw.
Yeah, Aarvik's striking's nice. Yeah, he switches sides, uses feints.
Both of them are doing something really, really sophisticated here.
Oh, that hurt.
That was bad.
Across the thigh.
Right across the thigh. You see he's picking it up. It's already red. I don't know if Cox noticed it, but you should keep going there. You see it's setting up the right hand now.
Yeah. And Aarvik doesn't have the biggest legs. Oh, he checked that one. He knew the danger.
The thing was, I just noticed they were both switching stances at the same time. So when one switched stance, the other one would. So it tends to stifle what you were able to do there. So they're used to switching stance and going southpaw orthodox or vice versa.
Aarvik is very keen to check that
Cox
right
looks like
kick.
he's measuring everything and just looking to land that right hand. So he's looking to set it up. He's staying much more calm in this round than he was. Ooh, there he goes. There's that teep again.
Cox has got to go back to that well of that kick, but he's just got to set it up with his hands so that Aarvik doesn't see it coming and check it. And if he can close the range, even work the body and then throw the leg kick behind it, just disguise it. The bang Muay Thai style.
Try your best. Disguise it. Make it work.
Cox with the pressure, holding up against the cage. Oh, Cox's corner calling for the shot. Oh, he almost hit a knee on the way in.
Nice and low. Really hard to read those knees coming up. And then if you do nod into it, it's not the fault of somebody that threw the knee. It can be equal no contest, but it's not going to be that. And look, again, Cox's posture is just abysmal here. Look, he's pretty much looking at his own toes trying to finish the takedown. He needs to have a better posture and drive through that knee pick.
Yeah, Aarvik briefly looking for a Kimura trap. Now using the forearm in the face to make space. Yeah, I'm interested why the corner of Cox was calling for the takedown quite so much. Oh, maybe that's
there.
why.
But then Aarvik great at standing back up. Driving it in, he's riding the back.
Cox's caller calling for a floor him. Yeah, the balance of Aarvik. Oh, Aarvik went for a little judo throw of himself. Didn't get a lot on it.
It's hard with that overhook. He doesn't have it deep enough, and he doesn't. You want to look for the hand in front of the chest for that to be effective. Not seeing a lot of that there.
Once again, like Steve always points out, Steve Brinkman, my co-commentator here, freestyle wrestling champion. If it's something he knows is head position in wrestling exchanges, and
it's probably one of the most important things. But the overhook and underhook relationship is something that isn't always explored in MMA. And then the reversal of the position there. So I'm not seeing a lot of payoff for Cox involving himself in those grappling exchanges. Maybe it's something that he's really good at in the gym and they're waiting for it. I see a bit of frustration actually on the faces of the SBG corner. They're wondering why things just aren't working. I think, honestly, if we were to have Aarvik in the gym, he'd just be known as the awkward guy. It's like everything, this works on everybody else in the gym, but it just doesn't work on Aarvik. And I reckon that's the kind of guy that he is. He's always throwing out problems for those around him, and he's showing it right now. He's just always having both feet on the floor at the wrong time when Jordan Cox is trying to get the takedown.
Sorry to interrupt you, Steve, but I think he's having issues with his leg. But he's definitely talking to his cornerman about his leg, and they just had a look at it.
Something bad is happening. He's not putting any weight on it. You did notice that. Very good.
All his weight is on his right leg.
I don't know what happened whether he just got it driven in, because that's the problem with leg kicking, right? If you're planted on it, yeah, it chews up the thigh, but if you're just about to step on it or you're just about to step back, you can judder the knee and cause damage into the knee joint. So that's possibly what has happened to our man Stian Aarvik. What a beast, though. What a beast. And look, he's on one foot, and he's still trying to fight and still trying to land. And he's had a lot of success with that rear teep. Ooh, right hand lands for Aarvik. Right hand lands again.
Yeah, I think if Cox can land a kick in the same spot, this fight could be over. We don't see many finishes by leg kicks, but it does happen.
I don't think Cox's corner has even noticed it, and I'm really surprised that Aarvik is not. Well, maybe they have. Ooh, kick to the face. Cox is walking him down now, walking him down.
Oh, Aarvik's still throwing bombs. Nice kicks from Cox. Now the corner of Cox is caught on. We're calling for low kicks. I think throw a few kicks high to the body, to the head, and then throw that big right to the leg. Just then would have been a perfect moment for a leg kick. Oh, there we go.
Aarvik tells you that's how you do it, boyo. And he gives it to him. Big double leg, and what I like to call the cartwheel double, because it makes you look like you're doing a cartwheel.
That's the thing about timing, Steve. Because he had the timing right, just looked effortless to throw Cox. Oh, Cox powers on power. Oh, guillotine attempt from Aarvik.
Really strange guillotine attempt, though.
Steve.
Is it tight?
Oh, it looked a little. He popped out.
He had his arms in a bit of a weird position here, but now Jordan Cox ends up where he wanted to be for the first 2 rounds.
Yep.
You got to wonder if that knee compromise is going to affect
maybe
not affect anything that Aarvik can do on the ground.
Aarvik's got to throw something up off his back here. He's got 1:20 to throw a Hail Mary. Cox looking to his corner for advice. I think he'd be fairly comfortable in a closed guard. It's a common jiu-jitsu position.
Oh, there's an armbar attempt here.
Oh, this could be it for Aarvik. That looks deep, Steve.
No, he was able to slough it off, I think. Oh, it is deep. Seeing on the corner here.
The cage is making it difficult.
Can he extend out? Oh, a little bit of help there
Got
from
a hip
referee Alan
into it.
Jackson.
You can't put your toes in the cage. Good work by
Very
Cox.
close,
Drive
very,
in.
very close. Really good from Cox just to keep the hips elevated and prevent Aarvik from flattening out there, finishing the armbar.
Aarvik's got to try Hail Mary submissions here.
We've had two fights that are looking to go to some 40 seconds.
It's about time we had a decision.
Aarvik doing well to come back up. Look on the double.
It's been a great fight. Both fighters
Back
so
and
technical.
forth, back and forth. Two fights that may go to decisions have been absolute barn burners. Just everything. We're seeing everything from great striking to incredible grappling. Aarvik's got to feel the desperation right now. There's 10 seconds left. He's got a Kimura trap on the far side, really hard to finish. It's funny, a wounded animal is a dangerous animal. As soon as Aarvik started having problems with his knee, he started to actually fight.
Yeah, and he looked great. That takedown was so well timed. It was effortless, but I think most likely Cox has done enough to take the decision.
I believe it was the great philosopher Jojo who said, it's just a little too late. Am I right? I gotta compete at the English Open in a couple weeks, bro. Here we go. We got to go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. Oh, yeah, he's really having trouble. He's favoring that left knee. He's absolutely exhausted. But really good showing, a very good showing from Stian Aarvik coming out all the way from Frontline Academy in Norway. But Jordan Cox brings that Schropser cheddar. He brings the cheese. He puts it down. Giving all that stank on him.
So after 3 rounds of action,